Hey there fellow crafters, it's Time G, and today we are going to create a massive life-sized great white jaw, shark's jaw. I really like this project for so many reasons. I will try to explain it as long as we go down the video. This is going to be a little bit different style or format because this is pretty much the largest project I have done in a while, so it was quite hard for me to film it in my quote-unquote studio, but in actuality next to my table. So I had to utilize some still photos instead of video footage for the cartilage jaw part. But I will still show some videos of filling and how the overall shape was done, and of course how the two teeth were assembled. To be honest, it is a really exciting sculpture for me. For one reason, this is a life-sized version of it, so it replicates something that is supposed to be real, right? So in my opinion, it really looks like a real one, and I always wanted to create an artificial museum which showcased ancient predators and their skulls and skeletons, and even life-sized reproductions of them. So this is a first step in that direction. Also, it is quite easy to do it and quite streamlined project. The first thing you have to do is to get a base. I have decided to use this thick material. This is a cheap artificial carpet type of plastic thingy. We call it linoleum. So the measurements is quite simple in metrics, I'm gonna say. It is 1.2 meters, so 120 centimeters in length, the longer part, and about 90 centimeters tall. I have decided to paint it only on the one side and then copy the paint on the other side. So after you have sketched it, you have to cut it out, and once you have done it with a Sharpie or knife or whatever, you then just fold it over and you draw it out simply and just cut it up as well. So now you get a nice clean looking jaw shape. So the next step, of course, is to get some wiring. I have only showcased two. I thought I only would needed two, but at the end it was quite obvious that it wasn't enough, but I went with the two in order to maintain the firmness of the borders. One supports the insider part, the other supports the outside borders. I have spent a hell of a lot of hot glue bullets or sticks, of course, hot glue sticks on it in order to attach it to my material. Once it was done, then I have gone and done the foiling part. So the foil is supposed to cover the surface of the wires. As you can see, I have attached, I believe, at least one thick wire, and then the whole frame was covered with a 3mm steel wire. Oh no, sorry, the 3mm steel wire is the base version, or I believe it is 4 actually, and 1.5mm was the small one, which covered the overall which made the rings around the whole jaw. This is the final foiled version, but then I also added some duct tape on over to it for the better ability for the clay to attach to it, because on many occasions if you do not add duct tape to the foil, it's gonna tear quite easily, and duct tape is much tougher in my personal circumstance here, if we think about attaching it to the clay. Well, so then you have to cover it up with clay, and unfortunately, once you cover it up, the overall project seems already finished, right? You have the 100% size you need your project to be. But there is a big but. it is probably about only 10% of the job that needs to be done. Then you have to use some kind of loop tool in order to carve it out. Once it's done, then we got to the second part of this large project, which are teeth. All right, so here you can see actually 5 different stages. The first is a thick layer of paper. This is again aluminium wire inserted inside there with a hot glue, of course. Just make sure that the sides attach to each other quite firmly so it forms this sharp edge. Then you cover it up with a crispy white clay. Make sure that the shape is like what is this? I don't know. Like this, where you have this triangular shape. This is for the upper jaw, of course. Then make sure you smooth it out, especially the blade part of the tooth. The upper portion needs to be rougher, and then you cover it up with some kind of paint. I have utilized a nice liquid text. I will put it down to the description as well. It is a nice acrylic medium which covers your project and makes it shiny, as you can see here in a different light. Hopefully it is visible for the camera. Once you're done with the project, the cartilage part will have a very rough face, which is quite reminiscent for the clay surfaces, but the teeth will be shiny and real looking. Of course, this needs to be a factory type of production. I'm not even going to say how much these shapes you need. Depending on the size and proportions of the teeth you want to go with your own project, it needs to be different. I had 12 teeth lines for the half of the jaw, for both upper and lower, or I should say separately. So basically there were 24 teeth top and 24 bottom, but these 24 again had, each of them had 4 rows on the below, so that is 24 multiplied by 4 for the lower portion and 24 multiplied by only 2 on the top. 144 teeth. Unfortunately, I had no access to the white cardboard piece, so in the corners this yellow shape is visible. If you have access to the white one, make sure you use it, because then the actual teeth will be much better looking than it came up for me. At some stage you will have to wreck your jaw at the attachment points, because I have decided to utilize hot glue in order to attach them to the jaw. And once it's done, then you can cover it up with layers of clay. So yeah, again, attachment also takes a long time, and if you are doing the attachment at the parallel as you are doing the sculpting of teeth, then it is also quite annoying as well. Yeah, teeth and attachment took about like 80% of the whole time, but at the end, again, I'm very, very, very satisfied. I'm really happy with this project, and really hope that in the future, or sometime in the future, I will have my own museum in Georgia where people will be enjoying clay or some other materials, children especially, and seeing dinosaurs, which are not escalated in my country, but children will be able to see them in flesh, not in flesh, in bones, but still. Hope you enjoyed this rambling, hope you enjoyed this project, and hope you will try this as well. It is quite easy and straightforward, just takes a heck of a lot of time. Thanks for watching, thank you, have a nice day, and goodbye. See you next time.